Hello 8th graders. My name is Nihan Güngör. Today we are going to learn Unit 3 in the kitchen. Our objectives are describing simple processes, expressing preferences, and in the kitchen vocabulary. Let's start with describing simple processes. We use imperatives to give instructions to tell people what we want them to do or not to do. We can use imperatives to describe the process of cooking the meals. The sentences start with the verb in the positive sentences. We use don't and the verb in the beginning of the negative sentences. Yönerge veya emir vermek için emir cümlelerini kullanırız. Karşımızdakine ondan ne yapmasını veya ne yapmamasını istediğimizi söyleriz. Yemek pişirme sürecini tarif etmek için emir cümlelerini kullanabiliriz. Olumlu cümleler cümlenin fiiliyle başlar. Olumsuz cümleler don't ve cümlenin fiiliyle başlar. Let's look at the examples. Preheat the oven. Fırını önceden ısıtın. Add all the ingredients when the water boils. Su kaynayınca bütün malzemeleri ekleyin. Don't preheat the oven. Fırını önceden ısıtmayın. Don't add the ingredients until the water boils. Su kaynayıncaya kadar malzemeleri karıştırmayın. Alright, we have learned imperatives. Now, let's go on. We use first, second, then, next, after that, finally, to tell the order of events when talking about a simple process. Basit bir süreçten bahsederken olayların sıralamasını göstermek için first, second, then, next, after that, finally gibi sıralama kelimelerini kullanırız. Let's have a look at this dialogue. Laura, do you know how to cook pasta? Sam, yes. To cook pasta, first, put some water into a saucepan and boil it. Then, put the pasta into the water and cook it about 10 minutes. Next, add some salt to the pasta. After that, drain the pasta with a strainer and put it onto a plate. Finally, serve it with some tomato sauce or cheese. All right. Let's go on some linkers. When, cümleye dığı zaman anlamını katar. Let's look at the example. When it boils, whisk the mixture with a blender. Kaynadığı zaman karışımı blender ile çırpın. Until, a kadar anlamındadır. For example, knead it well until you get soft dough. Yumuşak bir hamur elde edene kadar iyice yoğurun. After, den sonra anlamı katar cümleye. For example, after you whisk it, pour it into a bottle. Çırptıktan sonra bir şişeye dökün. If, eğer anlamındadır. For example, if you want to eat something sweet, you can prefer an ice cream. Eğer tatlı bir şey yemek istiyorsan, dondurma tercih edebilirsin. Because, çünkü anlamındadır. For example, you can make sushi at home because it is easy. Evde sushi yapabilirsin çünkü kolay. So, bu yüzden anlamına gelir. For example, I don't like greasy food. So, I prefer boiled potatoes to fried potatoes. Yağlı yiyecekleri sevmem. Bu yüzden haşlanmış patatesi kızarmış patatese tercih ederim. But, ama anlamına gelir. For example, I don't like chicken but I like fish. Tavuğu sevmem ama balığı severim. However, fakat ama anlamına gelir. For example, he doesn't like meat at all. However, he ate the grilled steak. Eti hiç sevmez ama ızgara bifteği yedi. Moreover, bundan başka, ayrıca anlamına gelir. For example, I prefer Italian cuisine. Moreover, I like Indian dishes. İtalyan mutfağını tercih ederim. Ayrıca Hint yemeklerini de severim. Alright, we have talked about some blinkers. Now, let's practice. Please read the sentences carefully and circle the correct one. Ready? Let's start. 1. I don't like fish at all. Moreover, however, I eat once a week. Which one? Moreover or however? Yes, however. I don't like fish at all. However, I eat once a week. Number 2. Until when the soup is ready, serve it hot. Yes, which one? Until or when? Of course, when. When the soup is ready, serve it hot. Number 3. Stir the eggs and sugar with a spoon until, if, they are completely mixed. Yes, until or if. Which one? Yes, until. Stir the eggs and sugar with a spoon until they are completely mixed. Number 4. I should go shopping because, or so, I need lots of ingredients to make this dish. Yes, because. I should go shopping because I need lots of ingredients to make this dish. Number 5. You should try sushi if or but you like seafood. Which one? Yes, if you like seafood. Number 6. My sister likes boiled eggs because, but I don't prefer it. Which one? Yes, but. My sister likes boiled eggs, but I don't prefer it. Number 7. Marinate the beef after or before you grill it. Which one? After or before? Yes, before is the correct one. Marinate the beef before you grill it. And the last one. Rinse the potatoes well before or after putting them in the oven. Which one? Yes, before. Rinse the potatoes well before putting them in the oven. All right. We have finished these exercises. Now, let's go on with expressing preferences. We use prefer, love, like to talk about what kind of food we prefer. After these verbs, we can use a noun or a verb in gerund form. Ne çeşit yemekleri tercih ettiğimizden bahsetmek için prefer, love, like fiillerini kullanırız. Bu fiillerden sonra bir isim veya ing takısı almış bir fiil kullanabiliriz. Let's look at these examples. I prefer eating pizza. Ben pizza yemeyi tercih ederim. I love cooking pasta. Ben makarna pişirmeyi severim. I like drinking coffee sweet with a lot of sugar. Ben kahveyi tatlı, çok şekerli içmeyi severim. So, as you can see here, we use ing with the verbs after these verbs. Okay? Now, Let's go on with the in the kitchen vocabulary. Ready? Here we go. Our first word is put. To move something to a place. For example, I've put the beverages in the fridge to cool them. Add. To put two or more numbers or amounts. For example, why did you add this much salt? It's salty. Prepare. To make something ready, such as food, dinner. For example, I will prepare a romantic dinner for our anniversary. Bake. To cook something inside an oven. For example, it's simple to bake cookies if you have an oven. Boil. To heat a container, especially one used for cooking, until the liquid starts to turn into a gas. For example, before you put the pasta, you need to boil the water. Pour. To make a substance flow from a container, especially into another container, by raising just one side of the container that the substance is in. For example, pour some milk on a pot and mix it with cacao. Cut. To break the surface of something. For example, can you pass me the knife? I need to cut the bell peppers. Chop. Cutting vegetables, fruits into small pieces. For example, chopping the onions always makes me cry. Dice. Cutting vegetables and fruits into small cubes. For example, first, you should dice the tomatoes and potatoes. Slice. Cutting something into slices. For example, when you slice the bread, be sure there are 10 slices. Peel. Taking the skin of fruit and vegetables. For example, his mother was peeling fruits for him. Stir. To mix a liquid or other substance by moving an object, such as a spoon, in a circular pattern. For example, he put the salt in the soup and stirred it. Fry. To cook dish on a frying oil. For example, I prefer having frying fish for the dinner. Roast. Cooking meat on an oven or over a fire. For example, we're going to roast a turkey for Thanksgiving. Grill. To cook on a grill. For example, I prefer grilling the fish to frying. Preheat. To heat an oven to a particular temperature before putting food in it. For example, preheat the oven before you roast the chicken. Steam. To cook something by heating in steam. For example, Peel the potatoes and steam them for 20 minutes. Drain. To separate liquid from solid. For example, after you boil pasta 10 minutes, drain it. Spread. To cover an object or an area. For example, slice the bread and spread the butter on it. Sprinkle. To drop a few pieces over a surface. For example, I sprinkled some sugar on top of the cake. Crack. To break something. For example, could you please crack 3 eggs for the cake? Knead. To press something, especially a mixture for making bread, firmly and repeatedly with the hands and fingers. For example, you should knead the dough until it is smooth. Mash. To crush food, usually after cooking it, so that it forms a soft mass. For example, mash the potatoes and bananas into a large bowl. Grate. To rub food against a grater in order to cut it into a lot of small pieces. We need to grate the cheese and sprinkle it on the cake. Serve. To provide food or drinks. For example, breakfast will be served between 9 and 11. Tasty. Delicious. The lentil soup was really tasty. Bitter. Having a slightly stinging, strong taste, not salty or sweet. For example, the taste of coffee was a bit bitter. Sour. Having a sharp, sometimes unpleasant, taste or smell like a lemon and not sweet. For example, the plums are a bit sour. Dessert. Sweet food of eaten at the end of a meal. For example, what would you like to have as a dessert? Yes, this is the end of this video lesson. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.